Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Pause and Effect on Air. I'm your host CJ, and today I am continuing my self-learning in Godot Engine. Let me get the music started. Still using the same playlist I was before. The custom video game music playlist. Granted, I did have to remove a few things off of it, simply because the past two streams where I played Pizza Tower music, it got copyright claimed by... It's the original songs, and yet it still gets copyright claimed by either Materia Records or Nextone, who put out the Rashad EB metal covers of the Pizza Tower songs, which is annoying, but can't do anything about that. Anyway, from the last stream, I had a really weird issue, and somehow I managed to fix it. Like, now there's no issue. Whoa. Yeah, game over. You know, it really should be swapping these messages. So people remixing songs are claiming ownership, WTF. No, I don't think that's what it is. I think it's, I'm gonna shrink this a little more. I think it's record companies that put out remixes for people claiming ownership. I think if I were to bother Rashad EB about this, which I won't, because I don't want his covers to be taken off the internet, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, his label, the labels that put out his music are going crazy. The labels that put out Family Jewels' music are going a little crazy. So, like, I don't know. Either way, this works. So now what I need to do is continue on through this tutorial. Hey, Cars the Ultimate Being, welcome to the stream. Good to see ya. Alright, so let's see. Moving on. If you play until game over and then start a new game right away, I don't think it's letting me do that. Weird. Either way, let's look through this a little bit. If you play until the game over screen and then start a new game right away, the creeps from the previous game may still be on screen. They're not. They kind of fly through, but they just disappear after. Your Magalore plush is arriving tomorrow? Ah, very nice. It would be better if they all disappeared at the start of a new game. We just need a way to tell all the mobs to remove themselves. Okay, in the mob scene. Okay, so I need to go in 2D. Mob. Node. Next to signals. Oh, groups. So click this. Name the group. Mobs. Okay, so it does need to be a scene group. That's good. We can then add the following line to the new game function in main. So script, main. This is a Trails Through Daybreak song. This plays during, Unreasonable Beast. This plays for certain mini bosses. Pretty sure the last song was Marble Gallery from Castlevania Symphony of the Night. So to the new game function in main. Okay. Get tree parentheses dot call group mobs queue free. Get tree dot call group mobs queue free. Alright, cool. The call group function, let me see, not the best day to stream. I doubt many people other than the regulars will show up today because... Oh, did Poppy Playtime Chapter 4 come out? Oh, interesting. I don't get the appeal of that game, and I don't think I ever will, because it seems like something that falls in with the Five Nights at Freddy's crowd, and I couldn't really get into that either. I never bought any of them. I just watched Markiplier play, and I'm like, yeah, this isn't for me, but thanks though. Yeah, the call group function calls the name function of every node in the group. In this case, we are telling every mob to delete itself. The game's mostly done at this point, and the next and last part will polish it a bit by adding a background, looping music, and some other keyboard shortcuts. Alright then. Next. Wait, what song is this? Oh, I'm skipping through this. Okay, Awake Road Again from Mega Man X7. Okay. We have now completed all the functionality for our game. This is such a better substitute for lo-fi girl music. This is what I study and relax to. Oh, perfect! I mean, if any of my other lo-fi stuff got copyright claimed, I'm just gonna be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna make any excuses for that, and I'm not gonna fight it. Tony Wojnar, welcome to the stream. Below are some remaining steps to add a bit more juice to improve the game experience. Okay, so I don't know if I'll add in any of this. But it'll be fun to have. You said Tony would be here, did you not? Let me scroll up. Oh yeah, you totally did. You missed, you missed Kyber, though. Sorry you're late, kinda was taking a little break as you more or less just finished work. Not bad, not bad. Sound and music can be the single most effective. You know what? I'll add the audio, let's try it. House in a Forest, loop.ogg, and gameover.wave. Cool. Add 2 audio stream player nodes as children of main. Name one of them music and the other death sound. Add child node. Music. Oh no, wait, audio stream player. Alright, we're going to name this music. Add a child node. And we are going to call this death sound. On each one, click the stream property. Oh, under inspector? Yeah. Select load. So for music, ooh, When Mother Was There from Persona 5. I love this song. Okay, and then for death sound, oh, oopsie. Okay, load. Gameover.wave. All audio is automatically imported with the loop setting disabled. Okay, so death sound, I don't think I want to loop, but click on the stream file arrow, select make unique. Then click on the stream file and select loop. Perfect. I'm looking back at chat. Tony, you're barely late. This isn't class, you're not in trouble. And then one more tardy and you get detention, Tony. For a punishment, you have to watch the Avatar movie. Are you talking about the last Airbender movie? The M. Night Shyamalan joint? Just, oh god, that's a fate worse than death. What are you... Okay, cool. To play the music, add... Okay. I think I need to save all scenes. Here we go. So, in main, under new game, I want to add music.play. And then under function game over, music.stop and death sound.play. Oh yeah, to hell with that movie. And then I brought up Kyber earlier. Caramel Feather says, oh yeah, I forgot Kyber. I just don't interact with him a lot in chat. It's not that you dislike him, you just don't have much conversation topics. That is kind of true. You both, I guess due to time zones, do miss each other. I guess if you wanted to jump in the Discord and interact a little more, then that's certainly an option. And for anybody that is new here or not in the Discord, the link to it is in the description. It's also in the links in the bio of my channel's About tab. Okay, keyboard shortcut. Well, actually, let me see if this worked. Oh, it's loud. Well, can I? Ooh, Demon Guest House. Hmm. Yeah, nah. I thought about setting up a thing so that you guys can hear it, but I'm like, in this particular instance, I don't think. Blah. I don't think it's the most necessary thing. I just look at chat M. Night Shyamalama Ding Dong. Get a keyboard shortcut. Alright, well, I guess that takes care of this. There is a really weird error that I keep getting that I don't know how to fix. Tony Wojnar, if you're out there, I'm hoping maybe I can get another assist with that. Because, this button doesn't really do anything at current. Wasn't Tony helping you last time? He was. Yeah, so this dodge the creeps thing, like, doesn't quite disappear, and then if I try to press start again after, after I die to restart the game, it doesn't actually do anything. Yeah, these body and delta things, I think you already told me at one point I can just ignore those. So I will be doing that. It may have something to do with my HUD. You want me to voice chat I consent to being heard? Alright, one sec. I'm gonna pause the music for this.
Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, perfect. And it seems like you're coming through in chat as well.
Yeah, can you share your screen for this?
Oh, yeah. Give me one sec. I was just making sure. Okay, so it's taking a sec to load. I'll stream screen 1. So the biggest problem that I keep running into is I don't even press the get start button, and it allows me to just
started.
Yeah. Get ready
All
hasn't
right.
exactly left, and then if I die, game over will like flash for a second, and then it'll flash over to dodge the creeps. But then pressing the start button doesn't actually do anything.
I'm gonna be actually honest. I was never a big fan of their built-in GUI stuff, but we can try. Like, I imagine we'd probably want to go over to the HUD scene.
Oh, the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Here we are.
The scene. Okay, we got the start button right there. There's no signals being sent or anything. Let's go to the HUD script.
HUD script. Okay.
Uh, okay, message timer, start button dot show. Go down a bit. Start button dot hide. That that explains it completely. This is very easy to fix. Go to the start button node.
Start button node. Okay.
Yeah, and on the right side, click the nodes. You
Yeah.
see, and go to signal, and you're gonna wanna hold on. Start button pressed. You wanna hit like double click pressed.
Pressed.
Double click
Here we go.
towards the top. Yeah. Double click it. Is is it not going?
No.
Maybe right click it.
Connect.
Connect. Yes. And you're gonna want to connect that to HUD.
So just right here.
Yeah. So now that it's connected, it should like actually do that function when you press the button. Let's see if there's any other place where it's like on message timer timeout. You're gonna want to go to the message. Wait, actually, message timer. And do the same with the timeout. Connect it to the HUD script. And it should do the same there. Let's go through the rest of the script, make sure there's no other thing like that. All right, good. Yeah. Sometimes it's like if you connect them like without like that script, that function being written in there, it'll kind of write the function into the script for you, and then you can add what what it'll do then. So these just basically send a message saying this happened on this node, so and sends that to the script, and you can tell it to do this when that has happened. So like it's important. Like signals are pretty important like that. They're also a little annoying in that you like if you're like sometimes it can be hard to like send signals between different scenes that are like or you have to connect them each time you like put them in, but like since this is all under the HUD scene, it should work wherever you put the HUD.
Okay, then all that's left to do is to try this out. Oh, here we go. It's working as intended. Oh, it works.
All right, could you restart it one more time? Because I think I might see one more problem. But I'm not entirely sure. Just can you control the character before hitting start?
Yes.
It already starts the game. Okay, then hit X out on that.
All right.
I notice you have start game.emit. That's you emitting a custom signal. You made a custom signal. Like, see at the top, you said signal start game.
Yeah.
So that is a signal that if you go to the HUD node there, the node, and then you see how like under HUD.gd, that means your HUD script, there's a signal start game.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna the question is, where are you sending that signal to?
I think it's somewhere in main.
Okay, so if you go to main, I mean the only other thing that has a script in main is player. So go to that script, I guess. Is that the player script?
Yes. Oh, wait.
That
There we go.
Yeah. Okay. I know it's a lot to get used to, but with time, I got used to it at least. Go down a bit. See if you can find anything that, like, actually press Control F and type in start_game.
No match.
There's no match. That is weird. What do you have any other script at all in the game?
So the player, the mob, which is like a very small thing.
Might you have like an auto-loaded script, like a global script, basically one that's the main script. Yeah, try searching for start game in here. So
Let me try typing it in again.
no.
No.
You might want to like. That might be a matter of like looking up where it says that in the tutorial. But like that signal, what you basically want to do is connect it to wherever that signal was made in the script. Because I haven't been paying close enough attention to know everything that's going on in this code, but I can tell you the reason why it's starting without hitting that start thing. Is because like how that signal is being emitted but not like received by anything.
I don't think there's anything in the tutorial thing that really specifies a start game as a function.
Well, it's maybe not even a function, but well, it should be a function. Well, But like I'm assuming you didn't add that emit.start game on your own, or like that must have been something from the tutorial.
If I did add it, it would have been through the tutorial. Let me search emit. Okay, nothing in main.
Well,
Nothing in
okay,
mob.
it's only gonna be in HUD because HUD is only one with. Okay, maybe player has emit.
There's a hit.emit in a player.
And is that go to the player? Go back to the player actually.
Oh, here it is.
Actually,
Start
no,
game. Start game.emit in HUD.
Yeah, no, that's where we started.
You're right.
Like we're looking for what's receiving that signal, or like what's supposed to be receiving that signal. And honestly, that would be something. It would have to be in the tutorial. So you're gonna have to just look through the tutorial and see what. You could also look like signal or emit in the tutorial. Signal emitted from player.
That's just on like this page.
That might be like another part of like the one of like getting of hit. The player hit might not be functioning because you didn't connect that signal. Because you see how there's a custom signal under player right now, hit.
Yeah.
Like that, you'd have to connect it to something, or like make sure something receives that signal somehow.
Yeah.
So yeah, like the best I can say right now, and this is all I'm leaving it at. I'm because I don't think I have much else to contribute here. Is you're gonna want to find in the tutorial where it's trying to teach you about signals and like custom signals like that. Like look for start game, look for emit, look for signal, look for hit even. Because that'll help you that'll get you somewhere at least.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. I'm sorry I can't help any further, but it really is a matter of the tutorial at this point and the intentions of the tutorial.
You're 100% good. I'll just get at you about this a different time.
All right.
I think the next thing I'm gonna work toward is doing the tutorial for a 3D game type of thing.
All right. Sounds good. In that case, I'm not gonna be of much help because I haven't tried the 3D tutorial. Although I imagine the logic isn't too hugely different. But yeah. All right. Have fun.
Stick around. Maybe you'll learn something.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Yeah. I'll stick around watching. I can't.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
All right.
Well, thanks again for your help.
Bye.
All right, cool. Once again, Tony Wojnar, thank you again for all your help. Okay. Oh, whoops. So that's still Demon Guest House. I'll just go to the next song. Oh, it's Persona 3. Okay. So I've done about as much as I can. So, quit to project list. You get to see my Monster Hunter Wilds wallpaper. Just for a bit. Alright, let's see. In this step-by-step tutorial series, you will create your first complete 3D game with Godot. By the end of the series, you will have a simple yet finished project of your own, like the animated GIF below. The game code here is similar to your first 2D game with a twist. You can now jump, and your goal is to squash the creeps. This way, you will both recognize patterns you learned in the previous tutorial and build upon them with new code and features. Alright, cool. Okay, so I need to download the Squash the Creeps assets. Whoa. Why is it so big? There we go. Oh, wait, whoops. Okay, so extract all. Sure. Tony says also, I'm cruddy with Godot. Honestly, I've just worked with it long enough to know how it wants you to use it in general. Fair enough, actually. You know nothing about optimization. That is perfectly fine. Okay. So the first thing. So setting up the game area. In the first part, we're going to set up the game area, so we're importing the assets. I think it's here. Hold on. There we go. Once you've downloaded it, extract the zip archive. I hit the import button already. In the import pop-up, enter the full path to the freshly created directory. So I did the Godot file. Okay, a window notifying you that the project was generated by an older Godot Engine version may appear. Click Convert Full Project. The Start project contains an icon and 2 folders, art and fonts. Okay. Okay, we're already here. That's good. The Start project contains an icon and 2 folders, art and fonts. Yep, we're already here. There are 2 3D models, player.glb and mob.glb, some materials that belong to these models, and a music track. Setting up the playable area. So we're going to create our main scene with a plain node as its root. So add child. All right, I need to name the node main. I mean, it just let me create it normally. Sure. Name the node main. An alternative method to rename the node is to right-click on node and choose rename or F2. Yeah, okay. To add a node to the scene, yeah, sure. Set the scene as main.tcsn or save it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. We'll start by adding a floor that'll prevent the character from falling. To create static colliders, like the floor, walls, or ceilings, you can use static body 3D nodes. They require collision shape 3D child nodes to define the collision area with the main node selected. You have the sudden urge to rewatch season 1 of Assassination Classroom. Irina is probably your favorite character. She's funny. Oh, you mean Jellowitch? I do find it funny. In the manga, they refer to Irina at first as I don't know if this is gonna make people run away, but I'll just say it. They at first referred to Irina as bitch. Then they refer to her as bitch Nason, like bitch older sister, and then they refer to her as bitch sensei. And like throughout the entire run, they just keep referring to her as bitch sensei, which is so funny. At least to me it is. Okay, add a floor, so we need static body 3D. Okay, so static body 3D, and then I need to add collision shape 3D. So static body 3D needs to be renamed to ground. Your scene tree should look like this. For the most part, it does right now. The warning sign next to the collision shape 3D appears because we haven't defined it. Yeah, that's fine. To create the shape, come in here. So for empty, create new box shape 3D. This feels like a slightly more convoluted-ish variation on how Blender does things, and by extension, Maya. Oops. The box shape is perfect for flat ground and walls. Its thickness makes it reliable to block even fast-moving objects. Okay, so under transform, I guess would it not have been easier to use a plane for this sort of thing? But then the thing that I recognize is like, yeah, I don't think game engines other than Unity do specifically planes. I think Unreal Engine does planes as well, but I cannot be certain on that. Okay. A box's wireframe appears in the viewport with 3 orange dots. You can click and drag these to edit the box shapes interactively. Click on box shape 3D. So 60 to 60. Oh, it's invisible because it's textureless. I get it. Okay, collision shapes are invisible. Perfect. We need to add a visual floor that goes along with it. So select a ground, mesh instance 3D. In the inspector, click on the field next to mesh and create a box mesh. This is the hidden curse from Castlevania Portrait of Ruin. Sweet. Okay. In the inspector, click on. Okay, we created a box mesh already. Once again, it's too small. Okay, I simply had to click on it. 60 to 60. Okay, so collision shape is the dividing line for how things happen, and mesh instance is what gives it its form, or what you can use to fill it out. That is an incredibly strange way of doing things, but in a way, I guess I get it. Okay. You should see a wide gray slab that covers the grid blue and red axes in the viewport. Okay. We're going to be moving the ground down so we can see the floor grid. To do this, the grid snapping feature can be used. Okay, so I want to do that. Grid snapping can be activated 2 ways in the 3D editor. The first is by pressing the Use Snap button. The second, or the Y key. The second is by selecting a node, dragging a handle on the gizmo, then holding Control. That seems complicated. So I'm gonna just do the snapping tool here. Start by setting snapping with your preferred method, then move the ground node using Y. Down 1 meter. Yeah, under transform for position, it should be translating as 0, -1, 0. Cool. Ultimately, grounds transform.position.y should be -1. Why should musicians fight? Because violins is never the answer. That's pretty good, Caramel. I'll give you that. Let's add a directional light source seen as an all gray. So let's select main and add directional light 3D. Move it up by clicking along the In the inspector, turn on shadow enabled. Cars the Ultimate Being asks, yeah, wait, are you planning to make games, Mr. Pause and Effect? I have, actually. I've made 4. Give me a second. We're actually going to pull this up. itch.io. I should already be logged in. Yes, I am. So I have my own itch.io page, pause-effect.itch.io. I'll link that for everybody. And I have 4 games published here. 5 actually. You Have to Debug, which is a game I made with a friend in college. Denny Dies at the End, which was my first venture into RPG Maker MV just to try and create something. Fool Me Twice, which is a proof of concept for a game I'd love to be able to make or finish, which was my first venture into SRPG Studio. One Death is Never Enough, which is another proof of concept for a game I wanted to make that I actually was able to get its design document approved as a finalist in a festival like 7 years ago. Shit, man, time flies. But that game is playable. And then I made a game in SRPG Studio that I published closer to the end of 2024 called No Harm, No Foul, that like you can kind of read it right there. It just stops seagulls from stealing your food. Pretty much it's a game where it's like if you've ever been to a beach with food in your hand or on your person or in your belongings, and you've had seagulls attempt to attack you in order to steal your food, then this should be cathartic for you. Like that? That's what I believe. Give me a sec, I need some water. Yeah, alright. Like, I do kind of want to make other projects in RPG Maker MV and SRPG Studio, but my self-learning and my desire to be able to do more and do better and do good really wants me to just keep at this, you know? Just like keep learning, just be like a little more a little better at things. Cars the Ultimate Being, I hope that answered your question. Okay, at this point your project should look like this. That's our starting point. This is Brutality from Yakuza Like a Dragon. Okay. In the next 2 lessons, we will design the player scene, register custom input actions, and code player movement. By the end, you'll have a playable character that moves in 8 directions. Create a new scene by going to the scene menu in the top left. New scene. Character body 3D. Player. You know what? I actually prefer the other version of the song. This is Wild Card from East 9 Monster Knox. Okay. So this is player. I'm probably going to want to save all these scenes. Player.tscn. Sweet. Character bodies are complementary to the area and rigid bodies used in the 2D game tutorial. Like rigid bodies, they can move and collide with the environment, but instead of being controlled by the physics engine, you dictate their movement. Wait, Megalovania was played at a parade for the Pope? Bro, that's amazing! Okay. Character bodies are complementary to the area, and rigid bodies used in the 2D game tutorial. Like rigid bodies, they can move and collide with the environment, but instead of being controlled by the physics engine, you dictate their movement. You will see how we use the node's unique features when we code the jump and squash mechanics. For now, we're going to create a basic rig for our character's 3D model. This will allow us to rotate the model later via code when it plays an animation. Add a node 3D child of the player and name it Pivot. Then in File System Doc, expand Art, drag and drop player.glb under Pivot. Oh, look at that. It's a weird squid eyeball looking thing. Oh, this is Order of the Demon from Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. Actually, wait, is this the arranged version? It is. I'm skipping it. This is too soft. Okay. You were walking your dog. Okay. Okay. Okay, Pivot. This model should instantiate the model as a child of Pivot that I can rename Character. Sure. As with all kinds of physics nodes, we need a collision shape for our character to collide with. Select the player node again. Collision shape 3D. In the inspector, so shape, add sphere shape 3D. So this will appear below the character. Make it a bit larger. Your sphere has a radius of about 0.8 meters. Then move the collision shape up. To make moving the shape easier, you can toggle the model's visibility. Oh, yeah, okay. Weird that it's not like completely aligned with the player body. When you think about it, dogs and many other pets own us. We feed them, we water we water them. We give them a home, we do everything for them, while the most they do is get excited seeing their, I'm not saying that word on stream, who is us. Cars the Ultimate being replied, I love watering my dog. Incredible. With the nodes ready, we can almost get coding. Well, first of all, I'm going to save this scene again. Skipping this. Ooh, Tharbad Knight. Sweet. Alright, with the nodes ready, we can almost get coding, but first we need to define some input actions. So, project settings. I'm gonna move this up here, scroll this over a bit so that I can actually read things. To move the character, we will listen to the player's input like pressing the arrow keys. In Godot, while we could write all the key bindings in code, there's a powerful system that allows you to assign a label to a set of keys and buttons. This simplifies our scripts and makes them more readable. This system is the input map. Okay, at the top there are multiple tabs. Input map is right over here. This window allows you to add new actions at the top. They are your labels. In the bottom part, you can bind keys to these actions. Godot projects come with some predefined actions. I don't quite have anything in here. That's fine though. Oh wait, do I have to click show built-in actions? Yes, sir! Okay. Godot projects come with some predefined actions designed for user interface design. These will become visible if you enable the show built-in actions toggle. We could use these here, but instead we're defining our own to support gamepads. Leave show built-in actions disabled. We're going to name our actions, so I'm going to go ahead and add these. Mode move left, move right, move forward, move back, and jump. To bind a key or button to an action, click the plus button to its right. Alright, let's see. Do this for move left. Right. Cool. SC Jolly, welcome to the stream. Good to see ya. Which Yakuza song is this? Receive you tech trance arranged from Yakuza 0. Cool. Alright. To bind a key or button to an action, click the plus button. Yeah, okay. We've done that. Oh, alright. Bind also the A key. Oh, you can do multiple. Oops. There we go. I did not know you could do multiple. That really helps things. I thought I only had to do one or the other. You also predicted SC Jolly would be here. You're psychic. In a way. Now let's add support for a gamepad's left joystick. Click the plus button. Manual selection. Joypad axes. Select the negative x-axis on the left joystick. Do the same for all the others. You're working and you heard Tony the professor earlier. Oh, you were here. Okay. Alright. So move right, so I need to do this now. Right. D. And joypad axis 0. So then for move forward, up, W, joypad axis 1 minus, and then for move back, down arrow, S. And joypad axis 1 plus. Alright, good. The final action is to set up jump. Bind the space key in the gamepad's A button. And I need one more. So joypad button 0, bottom action, Sony Cross, Xbox A, Nintendo B. Cool that it actually, you had okay, let me read chat for a second. SC Jolly says, ooh, Shining Firefly from Mega Man X5. Okay, so you had an idea for a gaming trivia game, kind of like Jeopardy, where you win points for correct answers and lose points for incorrect. Each category is a popular game. Have 5 to 6 questions per category and name the game Gamenushia? What? You're losing me with that naming sense, SC Jolly. I don't know what it is. Oh, wait, whoops. No, wait. Stop. There we go. I need to resize this window. Like, SC Jolly, I'm not knocking it. It's definitely an interesting idea. I guess the one thing I keep wondering about is, like, would anybody here want to participate? Hell, would even my friends want to participate? Minutiae is details. Okay, so I did pronounce that correctly. I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like that's too high concept of game minutiae. I feel like that's too high concept of a name for the vast majority of gamers to understand. Okay. Either way, this is done. That's good. That's all the action we need for this game. You can use this menu to label any groups of keys and buttons in your projects. In the next part, we'll code and test the player's movement. Alright. Right-click the player node. You disagree? It could be a mobile game? Oh, here I am treating it like a game show. I'm skipping through this one. Oh, alright, cool. In search of the secret spell. Could be a mobile game. So, okay, so I'm thinking of it as a game show. Like, you're thinking of it as a game. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I like the idea. The only problem with that is, like, if you do it as a game show, it allows... So you can always go for college-educated gamers and trivia buffs. The only problem I have with that is, if it's a game show, then it's easier to come up with newer information on the fly, as well as, like, update the game or update the confines of the game to reflect newer information in the gaming sphere. As, like, it's easy to do that if it remains analog. If it's digital, then the biggest problem you end up running into with that sort of thing is that game could get hella outdated super quickly. You could have levels like mini games of Mario Party. But at that point, like, that becomes less of a trivia game and more like and more like Mario Party. Like, I only say this, again, I think it's a really nice idea, but I feel like the biggest problem is, yeah, you need to constantly be either updating the game with newer information or coming out with newer editions of the game that reflect, like, newer information constantly. Either that or you transform it into a live service. Like, trivia never changes and there could be new additions. Like, there really is a lot of work that goes into that sort of thing, though. Okay, well, either way. Okay, it's time to code! Okay, we're going to use the input actions like DLC then. That's not how that works. And the last part to move the character. Like, something like that is best used as a live service type model, and that I think is the only thing I think could work as a live service type thing. Anyway, for this project, we will be following the Godot naming conventions. GD script. Okay, so that's why it's so foreign to me. This is GD script is Pascal case. Okay. Okay. Right-click player. Attach script. Okay, so then object empty. Okay. So export variable speed equals 14. Export variable ball acceleration equals 75. Variable target velocity equals vector 3.0. Hey, Kyber7 Gaming, welcome to the stream. Alright, these are common properties for, like, Mo, I called you know what is required. These are common properties for a moving body. The target velocity is a 3D vector combining a speed with a direction. This I don't recognize. Oh, okay. This is Longport from Trails Through Daybreak. Cool! Okay, target velocity is... Well, shoot, I'm not Psychic Kai Kyber. I guess not. Okay. Here we define it as a property because we want to update and reuse its value across frames. Let's code the movement. We start by calculating the input direction vector using global input object. Okay. Function physics process delta. Variable direction equals vector 3.0 if input dot is action pressed. You know what? I'm just gonna copy paste all this. I just see you missed it. Tony Wojnar joined the stream by voice chat and saved the stream. More like gave me some advice for how to fix things. God, I hear this song. I really need to finish this game. Okay, so if input.isActionPressed move right direction.x plus equals 1, like move left direction.x plus minus equals 1. Followers of Darkness the Second from Castlevania Curse of Darkness. Let's go. If input.isActionPressed move back direction.z plus equals 1. If input.isActionPressed move forward direction.z minus equals 1. Yes, that's correct. Okay, here we're going to make all calculations using the physics process virtual function. Like process, it allows you to update the node every frame, but it's designed specifically for physics-related code like moving a kinematic or rigid body. We start by initializing a direction variable for toVector3.0, then we check if the player is pressing one or more of the move star, like whichever, inputs and updating the vector's x and z components accordingly. These correspond to the ground plane's axes. These 4 conditions give us 8 possibilities and 8 possible directions. In case the player presses, say, both W and D simultaneously, the vector will have a length of about 1.4, but if they press a single key, it will have a length of 1. We want the vector's length to be consistent and not move faster diagonally. To do so, we can call its normalized method. Okay, so I do need to copy-paste this under the physics process. All right. Can I pull this over? Yeah, totally. All right, cool. So if direction does not equal vector3.0, direction equals direction.normalized. So then pivot.basis equals basis.looking at direction. Here we only normalize the vector if the direction has a length greater than 0, which means the player is pressing a direction key. We compute the direction the pivot is looking by creating a basis that looks the direction. Then we update the velocity. We have to calculate the ground velocity and the fall speed separately. Be sure to go back 1 tab so the lines are inside physics process, but outside the condition we just wrote above. Okay. Oh, wait. This is Gates' battle theme from Mega Man X6. Okay, so then for ground velocity, target velocity.x equals direction.x times speed. Target velocity.z equals direction.z times speed. If not is on floor. So if in air falls towards the floor, literally gravity. Target velocity.y equals target velocity.y minus fall acceleration times delta. Okay, that's interesting to know. Moving the character. Velocity equals target velocity, move and slide. Alright, cool. The character body 3D.is on floor function returns true if the body collided with the floor in this frame. That's why we apply gravity to the player only while it is in the air. For the vertical velocity, we subtract the fall acceleration multiplied by the delta time every frame. Hold on. Excuse me. This line of code will cause our character to fall in every frame as long as it is not on or colliding with the floor. The physics engine can only detect... This is Pitch Black from Mega Man X8. The physics engine can only detect interactions with walls, the floor, or other bodies during a given frame if movement and collisions happen. We will use this property later to code the jump. On the last line, we call character body 3D move and slide, which is a powerful method of the character body 3D class that allows you to move a clear character smoothly. Okay, what did Caramel say? Did you know cows wear VR goggles during winter that simulate green lush field because it makes them think it's bright and sunny? Thus they produce more milk? Is that legit? I almost want to completely upend stream just to like go investigate that, but I don't know, man. I'll come back to that. On the last line, we call... Okay. Okay, so the player character should move by now. I've either typed or copy-pasted everything. I've done more copy-paste than... more of that than actually typing anything at this point, but it should work. Okay, several things distracted you, but you're back now? Not bad, not bad. Here we go. It's playing quite a bit of Mega Man music this time, I like that. Okay, we're going to put our player in the main scene to test it. To do so, we need to instantiate the player and then add a camera. Unlike in 2D and 3D, you won't see anything if your viewport doesn't have a camera pointing at something. Save your player scene and then open main. It's right here. If you close the scene before, I haven't, we're good. To instantiate player, right-click on main, instantiate child scene, player. This is player.tscn. Cool. Adding a camera. Hold on. Let's add a camera next. So first I need to add a child node. Camera pivot. Oh wait, marker 3D. And name this camera pivot, and then do a child of this camera 3D. Yeah, perfect. Notice the preview checkbox. I don't see it. Ah, much better. Top left of the 3D view when you have camera selected. Yeah, it's not showing me anything. Oh wait, I'm in 2D. There we go. Oh wait. Oh wait. There it is. In the toolbar right above the viewport, click on View, then 2 viewports. So Control 2. Caramel says, "Gotta go, have fun, CJ and chat. Please behave. I know you're the one who usually causes chaos, but you don't know you're gonna be a hypocrite and blame us. Well, thanks for nothing." Caramel Feather, have a good rest of your night, and I will see you in the next stream. Thanks for being here. Tomorrow I am playing more Zelda Twilight Princess, so that should be fun. Ow. On the bottom view, select... Select your camera 3D and turn off the camera. It's already off. In the top view, make sure your camera 3D is selected. What song is this? Oh, it's Rust, Dust, and Guts. Drag it 14 on the Z-axis. Rotate it 45 degrees along the X-axis. Oh, negative 45. Okay, so it's swimming now, at least. Alright, dope. We can see some empty space around the character due to the perspective projection. In this game, we're going to use an orthographic projection instead to better frame the gameplay area and make it easier for the player to read distances. Select the camera again. Here we go. And in the inspector, set projection to orthogonal. Holy shit. Hold up. I don't see the player character at all. Holy crap, this perspective is awful. Hold on, let me expand this out a bit. Size 19 meters. Z 19 meters. Okay, thank God for that. Let me test this again. Mother of God, that is so much better. Huh. And I will admit too, this actually kind of helps me a little bit. Because I did have an idea for something that I wanted to make in this engine through 3D, because when I was in college, I studied game design in college, and one of the games I ended up making with a team of friends that I haven't talked to in years, but I think if I was going to ask them, they probably wouldn't say no. Although realistically, I think it would be better to just show them after, but the idea was we made a game for a final project in a very bullshit custom-made engine that our professor created that like we were forced to learn, and it was like really awful, but that's beside the point. We ended up making a game about a pink tank that only knew how to love and not war. It knew only how to make love and not war, and was named Love Machine instead of War Machine. And the story was like you share, like you're a sentient tank that shares a special bond with your creator, like y'all like quote unquote love each other but platonically, but your professor's boss decided like, hey, this is like this machine is useless, like we need you to make machines of war. The professor says no, and as a result it ends up that like the army dude that is your professor's boss kidnaps the professor, and you have to go like stop his war machines by blasting them with love, and by that it's just like heart-shaped bullets, heart-shaped tank shells, in order to get him back. That is pretty much the goal, and you're going through like multiple levels of stuff in order to and you do also end up beating like 2 boss machines along the way. Okay, but I can move on. We have we don't glitch through the floor. I already know that. Okay, so I need new scene, 3D scene. Oh wait, no, this isn't it. That actually sounds pretty fun. Hey, I'm glad you like it, Kyber7. So, character body 3D. Mob? Oh, this is Tunnely Shimbers from Pizza Tower. Node 3D. Pivot. Cool, we have our mob enemy, and he's blue. Well. Character. Create a scene. So I'll narrate this a little bit. Create a scene with, once again, a character body 3D node as its root. Name it mob. Add a child node, node 3D. Name it pivot. Add and drag and drop the file mob.glb from the file system dock onto the pivot to add the monster's 3D model to the scene. So this I have to keep in mind. Mob.glb. That's the file that is here. Alright. You can rename the newly created mob node into character. We'll need a collision shape for our body to work. Right click mob, add child node, collision shape 3D. In inspector, box shape. Hold on, I missed something in the previous thing. Clarence Draws, welcome to the stream. Haven't seen you in a while. Okay, one viewport. Control 1. Alright, cool. I just see Axeman came to the Pokemon stream after you left. It was wild. Oh, I get it. Yeah, we don't want the, Yeah, we want to give the, player body some leniency. Okay. The box should touch the floor. Okay, so I need to... Alright, cool. If the box is a little too big compared to the 3D model, you may die at a distance from the monster and the game will feel unfair to the players. That is true. Notice that their box is taller than the monster. It is okay in this game because we're looking at the scene from above and using a fixed perspective. Collision shapes don't have to match the model exactly. It's the way the game feels when you test it that should dictate their form and size. Okay. We're going to spawn monsters at regular time intervals in the game level. If we're not careful, their count could increase to infinity, and we don't want that. Each mob instance has both a memory and a processing cost, and we don't want to pay for it when the mob is outside the screen. Once a monster leaves the screen, we don't need it anymore, so we should delete it. Godot has a node that detects when objects leave the screen. Visible on-screen notifier 3D, and we're going to use it to destroy our mobs. Select mob, child, visible on-screen notifier 3D. We'll call this visibility notifier. Resize it using the orange dots until it covers the entire 3D model. Ooh, bad situation. Nope. Yeah, good. Oh yeah, that should be fine. Okay. That's good enough. Let's implement the monster's motion. We're going to do this in 2 steps. First, we'll write a script on mob that defines a function to initialize the monster. We'll then code the randomized spawn mechanic in the main.tscn scene and call the function from there. So, we're going to do the mob script. Yeah. Extends character body 3D, export variable min speed equals 10, export variable max speed equals 18. Function physics process underscore delta move and slide. Similar to the player, we move the mob every frame by calling the function move and slide. This time, we don't update the velocity every frame. We want the monster to move at a constant speed and leave the screen even if it were to hit an obstacle. We need to define another function to calculate the character body 3D.velocity. This function will turn the monster towards the player. I need water, holy crap. It's so dry in my house right now. Alright. This function will turn the monster towards the player and randomize both its angle of motion and its velocity. The function will take a start position, the mob spawn position, and the player position as its arguments. We position the mob at start position and turn it towards the player using the look at front position method. And randomize the angle by rotating a random amount around the y-axis. Below, randef range outputs a random value between negative pi divided by 4 radians and pi divided by 4 radians. Alright, so function initialize start position player position. Yeah, I know, Godot, I know. Look at from position. vector 3 dot up. Oh wait, whoops. Rotate Y. Rand F range. Negative pi divided by 4. Pi divided by 4. We got a random position. Now we need a random speed. Randi.range underscore range will be useful as it gives random integer values, and we'll use min speed and max speed. Random speed is just an integer, and we'll use it to multiply our character body 3D.velocity. After random speed is applied, we rotate character body 3D.velocity vector 3 towards the player. So as part of the same function, variable random speed equals randy range min speed max speed. Velocity equals vector 3 dot forward. Where's the times? Okay, times random speed velocity equals velocity dot rotated vector 3 dot up rotation dot y. Okay, cool. We still have to destroy the mobs when they leave the screen. To do so, we'll connect our visible on-screen notifier 3D node screen exited signal to the mob. Head back to the 3D viewport by clicking the 3D label at the top of the editor. Okay, you gotta go. Kyber7 Gaming, thank you so much for being here. Have a great rest of your night, and I will hopefully see you in the next stream. I'm streaming more Zelda tomorrow. If that catches your interest, I'll see you next time. Select Visible On-Screen Notifier 3D, and on the right side, navigate to the nodes. Double-click the screen exited signal. Connect it to mob. This will add a new function for you in your mob script. On visibility notifier screen exited. Yep. Daymare from Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I think what I want to do is get rid of that. Hue free. A monster is ready to enter the game. In the next part, you'll spawn the monster in the game level. Alright, cool. In this part, we're going to spawn monsters along a path randomly. By the end, you will have monsters roaming the game board. So back to the main. Okay, so before we do anything else, project settings. Before drawing the path, we're going to change the game resolution. Our game has a default window size of 1152 by 648. We're going to set that to 720 by 540. Okay, display window. So 720 by 540. Excuse me. Yeah, works for me. Okay, like you did in the 2D game tutorial, you're going to design a path and use a path follow 3D node to sample random locations on it. In 3D though, it's a bit more complicated. I'm getting cold, I need to turn my fan down. In 3D though, it's a bit more complicated to draw the path. We want it to be around the game view, so monsters can appear right outside the screen, but if we draw a path, we won't see it from the camera below. To find the view's limits, we can use some placeholder meshes. Your viewport should still be split into two parts. It is not. I will fix that. Oh, never mind. It totally is. Hey, broken police radio. Your view... Okay. If that isn't the case, yeah, fix that. Select the camera 3D node. Yeah, preview. Excuse me. Okay, let's add placeholder meshes. As a child of main, add a new child node, node 3D. We're going to call it cylinders. And now add mesh instance 3D. So, all right, it's here. New cylinder mesh. Sweet. Set the top viewport to the top orthogonal view using... Bro, come on. How many times are you gonna make me fucking change this? Ugh, whatever. Alright, alternatively... Yeah, so... Oh, wait. Okay, so I need to turn my numlock on. View, there's view. We now want to move the cylinder along the ground plane. Look at the camera preview on the top. Okay, that's already on. Move the cylinder so that it's right outside the camera's view. Alright, cool. We're going to create copies of this mesh and place them around the game area. I'm going to make sure that I'm actually... Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now take cylinders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I messed up somewhere. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. Oops. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, good enough. They're a bit hard to see in white, aren't they? Let's make them stand out by giving them a new material. Oh, shoot. I only have to duplicate out the mesh instance. Damn it. I gotta do this over again. But actually, it would be a little easier to do this if I just apply it to one first. Material. New standard material 3D. They said set the color to something that so under albedo, they recommended orange. I'm gonna do purple. Yeah. There, now see, it's already purple. There. There. Okay, they are all at roughabouts the same point. That's good. We can now use the cylinders as guides. Follow them in the scene dock by clicking the gray arrow next to them. Or no, fold them, not follow. What am I doing? Add a child node path 3D to main. In the toolbar, 4 icons appear. Click the Add Point tool. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, Tony Wojnar, thank you so much for being here. Have a great rest of your night, and hopefully I catch you on a future stream. Okay, your path should look like this. Okay, Oh, I need to click close curve. Nice. To sample random positions on it, we need a path follow 3D node. Okay, this needs to be a child of path.3D. Spawn path. Spawn location. It's more descriptive of what we'll use them for. We want to spawn mobs at regular time intervals. Alright, so we need to... Okay, so first we need to set this up. I can turn my number pad off. Export the variable mob scene packed scene. Okay, actually, I have to use the bathroom real fast, so I will be right back. Please do not go anywhere. All right, everybody, I'm back. Sorry about that. Here we go. We want to spawn mobs at regular time intervals. To do this, we need to go back to the scene and add a timer. I do kind of want to check something real fast. Ah, my intuition was correct. I gained another subscriber. We're at 428 now. That's awesome. Whoever did it, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Alright, cool. So, we want to spawn mobs at regular time intervals. To do this, we need to go back to the scene and add a timer, but before that, we need to assign the mob.tscn. Oh, I need to save this, don't I? Yes. Holy crap. Save all scenes. Cool. We need to assign the mob.tscn file to the mob scene property above, otherwise it's null. Okay, back to 3D. Select main, drag mob.tscn. Okay, here we go. Okay, add a child, mob timer. No, timer node, we call it mob timer. Oh wait, I did not need to do this. Oh, mob scene. I had it add mon for whatever reason. Save that. Now I can drag this in. Okay, now for mob timer. Wait time 0.5. Auto start on. Timers emit a timeout signal every time they reach the end of their wait time. By default, they restart automatically, emitting the signal in a cycle. We can connect to this signal from the main node to spawn monsters every half a second. With the mob timer still selected, head to the node dock on the right. Double-click timeouts. This will take you... Okay, we need to connect it to main. This will take you back to the script with the new empty onMobTimerTimeout function. Let's code the mob spawning logic. We're going to instantiate the mob scene. Sample a random position on the spawn path, get the player's position, call the mob's initialize method, passing it the random position and the player's position. Add the mob as a child of the main node. I'm skipping this. And this. Oh, Apis Cave. Alright, cool. Variable mob equals mob scene dot instantiate. Variable mob spawn location equals get node Oh, wait. Spawn path slash spawn location. Mob spawn location dot progress ratio equals rand f. Var variable player position equals player dot position. Mob initialize. Mob spawn location dot position player position. Add child mob. Okay. Above, randef produces a random value between 0 and 1, which is what the path follow node's progress ratio expects. 0 is the start of the path, 1 is the end of the path. The path we have set is around the camera's viewpoint, so any random value between 0 and 1 is a random position alongside the edges of the viewport. Note that if you remove the player from the main scene, the following line gives an error because there is no player. Here's the complete script so far for reference. Okay, I have everything correct, it would seem. Seem, blah. Assuming I did everything right here. What's up with that one? Okay, that is kind of funny. For now, they bump and slide against one another when their paths cross. We'll address that in the next part. Okay, in this part we'll add the ability to jump and squash the monsters. In the next lesson, we'll make the player die when a monster hits them on the ground. Okay, so now we're entering the world of physics layers. Physics bodies have access to two complementary properties, layers and masks. Layers define on which physics layers an object is. Or physics layer, yeah, whatever. Masks control the layers that a body will listen to and detect. This affects collision detection. When you want two bodies to interact, you need at least one to have a mask corresponding to the other. If that's confusing, don't worry, we'll see 3 examples in a second. The important point is that you can use layers and masks to filter physics interactions, control performance, and remove the need for extra conditions in your code. By default, all physics bodies and areas are set to both layer and mask 1. This means they all collide with each other. Physics layers are represented by numbers, but we can give them names to keep track of what's what. Let's give our physics layers a name. Go to Project Settings. Okay, so navigate over to Layer Names, 3D Physics. So Layer 1, Player, Layer 2, Enemies, Layer 3, World. Okay, now in main scene, select the ground node. In the inspector, expand the collision section. Here we go. There you can see the nodes, layers, and masks as a grid of buttons. The ground is part of the world, so we want it to be... Oh, this is a Waikiki downbeat. So we want it to be part of the third layer. Click the lit button to toggle. Okay, so 3. Yeah, so just click off of 1 on layer and mask and apply 3 to both of those. As mentioned before, the mask property allows a node to listen to interaction with other physics objects, but we don't need it to have collisions. Ground doesn't need to listen to anything, it's just there to prevent creatures from falling. Next up are player and mob. Okay, so select the player node and set its collision... What? Wait, I don't have... Oh, here we go. Under Collision Object 3D. Okay. Okay, select the player node and set its collision mask to both enemies and world. You can leave the default layer property as it is because the first layer is player. Then open mob. So in collision, select its collision layer to enemies. Wait. Here we are. So what we need to do here, leave mask empty and then turn layer just to 2. These settings mean the monsters will move through one another. If you want the monsters to collide with and slide against each other, turn on the enemy's mask. Okay, the jumping mechanic itself requires only 2 lines of code. Really? It's that simple? Okay, in player script, gonna need to save all scenes again. Under... Oh, and I'm still in main. Here we go. Under physics process, at the top of the script, so we need to add export variable jump impulse 20. There. I am kind of curious about something that I want to look up. What is Godot written in? GDScript. What is GDScript based on? Godot has its own built-in scripting language, GDScript, a high-level, gradually typed programming language, which is syntactically similar to Python. Unlike Python, GDScript is optimized for Godot's scene-based architecture and can specify strict typing of variables. So it's based on C++, but syntaxes and syndicates similarly to Python. Very interesting. Inside physics process to... Okay, go to the move and slide. If is on floor and input dot is action just pressed jump. Target velocity dot y equals jump impulse. That's all you need to jump. Let's try it. Oh, it's working. And they're all moving through each other too. That's perfect. Ah, it's working. This is kind of cool. Progress. Oh, there I go. Okay, the isOnFloor method is a tool from the CharacterBody3D class. It returns true if the body collided with the floor in this frame. That's why we apply gravity to the player, so we collide with the floor instead of floating over it like the monsters. If the character is on the floor and the player presses jump, we instantly give them a lot of vertical speed. In games, you really want controls to be responsive, and giving instant speed boosts like these, while unrealistic, feels great. Notice that the y-axis is positive upwards. That's unlike 2D, where the y-axis is positive downwards. That's true. Let's add the squash mechanic next. We're going to make the character bounce over the monsters and kill them at the same time. We need to detect collisions with the monster and to differentiate them from collisions with the floor. Okay, open mob.tscn and select the mob node. Go to the node dock to see the signals. The node dock has two tabs, signals and groups. So click on it to reveal a field where you can write a tag name. Enter mob. And click the add. Oh, Butterfly Kiss from Persona 5. An icon appears in the scene dock to indicate the node is part of at least one group. What? Which allow you to assign tags to nodes. Gotta go later, dudes. Pickle McDillionaire, thank you so much for being here and have a great rest of your night. Hope I catch you in the next stream. Blah. See you next time. There we go. So scene groups. Totally didn't. Sorry, I got like really curious about something. The thing I've noticed is that there is a thing in my YouTube analytics that tells me what like which videos of mine over the past like 7 days have earned me subscribers. And yeah, the Isla Hag Maxing stream for Banjo-Tooie actually did something. Or at least it's working now. I love this song. It is Tropical Crust. Call me Mr. DJ. Take it to the fridge. Come on. Okay, this isn't quite working. Open the scene mob.tscn again and select the mob node. Go to the node dock on the right to see a list of signals. The node dock has two tabs, signals, which you've already used, and groups, which allows you to assign tags to nodes. Click on it to reveal a field. Where you can write a tag name. Am I missing something here? I'm clearly missing nothing. I just straight up don't have it. Oh, wait. Okay, so... Okay, so that node is there. Head back to the player script to code the squash and bounce. Okay, so we need to add bounce impulse. Export variable bounce impulse equals 16. Then after the jumping code block we added above in physics process, add the following loop. With move and slide, Godot makes... So this is again before move and slide. With move and slide, Godot makes the body move sometimes multiple times in a row to smooth out the character's motion, so we have to loop over all collisions that may have happened. In every iteration of the loop, we check if we landed on a mob. If so, we kill it and bounce. With this code, if no collisions occurred on a given frame, the loop won't run. So, for index in range, get slide collision count. Variable collision equals get slide collision index. If collision dot get collider equals null, continue. If collision dot get collider dot is in group mob, variable mob equals collision dot get collider. If vector3 dot up dot collision dot get normal is greater than 0.1, mob dot squash target velocity dot y equals bounce impulse break. Yeah, seems about right to me. That's a lot of new functions. Here's some more information about them. The functions getSlideCollision count and getSlideCollision both come from CharacterBody3D class and are related to move and slide. GetSlideCollision returns a kinematic collision 3D object that holds information about where and how the collision occurred. For example, we use its getCollider property to check if we collided with a mob by calling isInGroup on it. Collision.getCollider isInGroup mob. The method isInGroup is available on every node. To check that we are landing on the monster, we use the vector dot product. The collision normal is a 3D vector that is perpendicular to the plane where the collision occurred. The dot product allows us to compare it to the up direction. With dot products, when the result is greater than 0, the two vectors are at an angle of fewer than 90 degrees. A value higher than 0.1 tells us that we are roughly above the monster. After handling the squash and bounce logic, we terminate the loop early via the break statement to prevent further duplicate calls to mob squash, which may otherwise result in unintended bugs such as counting the score multiple times for one kill. We are calling one unidentified function mob squash, so we have to add it to the mob class. Open the script mob.gd. Save all scenes. So signal squashed function squashed dot emit q3. We will use the signal to add points to the score in the next lesson. With that, you should be able to kill monsters by jumping on them. You can press F5 to try the game. Alright, let's try it. No, they're not squishing. Well, I think this is actually probably, like, eventually I'm gonna have to fix this issue, but I'm starting to really tire out, so I think this is probably as good a place to cut my losses. So save all scenes again. And you know what, this is gonna be where I end the stream, but I think this is a good spot. I think it may be a little easier for me to jump back into this because I understand the 3D aspects of everything a little bit better than I do the 2D ones. 2D, I was bashing my head against the wall. 3D, I kind of get it a little better. So that's where I'm going to leave it, and that's going to be the end of the stream, everybody. Good night, CJ. The music was great. Thank you, Etsy Jolly, and thank you for being here. Have a great rest of your night, and I'll catch you in the next stream. Oh, what's this? Oh, this is one of the long battle scenes from Like a Dragon Ishin. Excuse me. So with all that being said, that's going to be the end of the stream, everybody. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you liked what you saw, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and ringing the bell to get notified every time I upload and go live. Thank you for tuning in to my other videos and my shorts. That really means a lot to me, and I should have more to show and more to make available within the coming days. So I do have an idea for my next video, which will go up on Saturday. I just need to record it, and now that, because I'm ending stream a little early, I've given myself some time. Let's just hope I don't crash out. But tune in for tomorrow's stream. I'm going to be continuing my run of Zelda Twilight Princess, starting from the end of Lakebed Temple and hopefully moving on to the end of the Arbiter's Grounds. So with all that being said, thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you for chatting with me during the stream and making everything more lively and more fun. You guys have been a very fun audience. Once again, this has been Pause and Effect On Air. I've been your host, CJ, and I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great rest of your night.